Para que no queden dudas.
4, 3.
Y bueno, pues vamos a observar dónde llevamos a EA.
1.
Vamos a ver qué tiene EA en este 3.
A ver.
¡Oh,
¡Oh, Dios mío!
No, ¿por qué?
¡Oh,
Es Battlefields. ¿Es NBA?
Sí. Sims.
De hecho, sí, un Sims. Sims 5. O bueno, la
Yo creo que es una
23ª expansión de
Sí,
Sims 4.
seguramente.
Star Wars. Pues ya estuvo, banda, ya comienza.
Eso se ve.
3 de oso.
Dragon Age. Oso. No, es Anthem.
Es Anthem.
Ay, güey, es pura realidad aumentada, güey.
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
So cool, man.
We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community, I'm kind of a new face around here. So this year, EA wanted to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show.
Tienen que hacer una buena conferencia.
A ver qué tanto quisieron hacer el
We're about
cambio.
to kick the press conference off. But before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year. It's a full 3-day gaming festival where thousands of gamers can come and play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world.
Podría estar un poquito más bajo la transmisión, pero creo que está bien.
Streaming and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here
Escuche la
today.
banda.
But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now,
Puro
Trevor
Battlefield
gave
B.
you the first look. Yeah, we can clap that.
Pueden aplaudir, pueden
We've got some
aplaudir.
new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news,
Gracias,
you
Wanda,
guys.
por estar aquí.
And
Nos vamos a enfocar en la conferencia.
Volver a FIFA 19.
It's going to be awesome.
Un saludo a toda la gente que se está uniendo. Vamos a estar enfocados en la conferencia, banda, ya saben.
I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at
1371.
Anthem.
Gracias.
Gracias por acompañarnos, gracias por depositar su confianza en este stream.
Sí.
You want to do this with me?
Porque ahora hay muchos, ahora sí. La gente
Well, it wouldn't
lo
be
sacó.
fun, you guys, if I told you all the secrets at once, right? Well,
Ya deja de hablar con
give
el
him a break.
público.
He needs to
That
just
never
enjoy the
works.
show.
Quiero ver juegos.
So without further ado, let's get things started.
Nunca funciona.
No. Ok, empezamos con
Battlefield
Battlefield.
B. Y siguen sin mostrar nada. Así como, ajá.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since the reveal of Battlefield 5. And you know what? It's been exciting, it's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions from the community.
Quiero ver el juego, maldita sea.
see the game, man.
Gameplay innovations. You
Ya
wanna
los
know
vi
about
como una hora en la
Gameplay
presentación.
innovations, por
You wanna
favor,
know
show
more
them.
our take on the Second World War. So today we'll show you more gameplay and why this is
bien.
the deepest,
Okay.
Va a haber
most
gameplay.
immersive battlefield yet.
Yep, sí.
It certainly is.
Certainly.
You will be able to dive and smash through windows to surprise your enemies. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the
Surprise
battlefield.
Bot 6.
Vas a poder
The
moverlas.
ground destruction system is back and more impactful than ever. So, well, you can't really hide.
Ya habíamos
from
hablado de
those
esto.
pesky tanks
Va a haber
anymore as
el
they
motor
come
de
chasing
destrucción es
for you
nuevo.
As they rip through those buildings.
Sí, lo hablamos el día del
You will now
podcast.
be
¿Qué
able
pedo,
to
chaval?
customize
sí.
your soldiers, your
¿En
vehicles,
serio?
Prestándole atención a
not
esto.
only for the gameplay, but for the looks as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
Ya, entonces vamos a hacer la técnica. Vamos a
And
hacer
that's
el
just the
camper.
tip of the iceberg in Battlefield 5. You're going to see a lot more of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game. It's about, what you will see is really those moments of human heroism. It is about witnessing the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war.
And the chief.
We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks.
Mañana va a haber más.
Tomorrow. So, our launch in October
Van a hablar de
is
War
just the
Stories.
beginning. You will all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes,
No loot boxes.
no premium pass.
No premium pass.
¿Ya habían dicho eso?
Sí, eso ya lo sabíamos. Confirmado.
Every day,
It's not going to
bring
suck,
something
guys.
new. And as part
Se
of
los
that journey,
prometemos.
you'll get
Vamos a
something
encontrar otro
I know
agujero,
a lot
van a
of
ver
you
si
have
no.
been asking for.
It's Royale.
Royal, ahí van a dar el Battle Royale.
A ver.
It's Royale
Se
reimagined
llama
for
Battlefield
Battlefield.
Royale.
So we bring those pillars
Sí.
of Battlefield with
Va a haber,
destruction,
va a haber modo Battle
vehicles
Royale.
into this new
Sí, ¿no? Ya habían dicho
experience.
que, o sea,
So,
habían hecho como
we will
hint de
bring
que
you
estaban
experience
pensando en
that
hacerlo,
you
pero
haven't
no.
played before.
Digamos que no
In
lo habían querido
Battlefield
confirmar.
or
confirmar.
Ahí están
anywhere
preguntando ¿y cómo la van a cagar de
else.
Assurance?
But more about that later this year.
So with that,
Hubo
it's time to
boost.
show you what makes Battlefield so special. It's the unmatched intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time, it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Van a mostrar Ground Operations, el modo cooperativo.
¿Tiene OST integrado? Estaría chido. War never changes.
No es el modo cooperativo, es el modo
No, ese es Operations.
Es el modo
de
Operations.
operaciones.
Sí.
El de multiplayer por objetivo. Con historia.
Ah, la guerra, hombre.
La guerra es horrible.
You want me to put the hammer down. No está cagado.
La técnica del trenecito.
Sí, el trenecito va a estar bien.
O sea, básicamente es un jeep con torreta, pero. O sea, es un tanque con dos
No sé
cañones.
si no puedes dispararla mientras esté enganchado.
Sí,
Ay, sí, no mames.
No sé, o sea, yo no sé. Podrían poner esa
pensar-
restricción.
Si los caballos podían lanzar fuego por el trasero
Sí,
antes,
o sea-
¿por qué un tanque no podía disparar también con la torreta enganchada?
Oh, güey, le fue mal. Bravo. Gameplay.
Ikke en dråpe. Jeg elsker deg.
Northeast War Story.
Ok, mañana en la de Xbox va a haber una.
Que es la campaña principal.
Sí,
La campaña single
un
player.
poquito de la campaña.
¿Es hora de FIFA?
Ah,
Quando era criança,
Cuando era un niño.
sonhei em tornar-me um campeão.
siempre soñé con ser un campeón.
Siempre soñé ser el rey de fútbol,
Tive vontade de vencer.
pero solo lo logré con el papel enceradiño Lonches.
Os mais difíceis.
Tenga su bolsa de dinero.
Esta é a tua
Bueno, ese cambio estuvo un poco abrupto.
Sí,
Tu és um campeão.
Es que ahora el campo de batalla es el campo de...
el campo de fútbol, del
El
fútbol.
estadio. El campo de juego. Ahora ya un FIFA Battle Royale. Hay así como un chingo de porterías en todo el mapa, güey.
Y tienes que
Y
defender
tienes que
tuya.
defender la tuya, porque si no te eliminan.
Sí.
Yeah.
50 güeyes son jugadores, 50 son porteros.
Battlefield Royale entonces, ¿no?
Desde las que tenían más sentido de volverse Battle Royale era Battle.
Pues ya tiene mapas grandes, ya tiene vehículos, ya tiene todo eso.
Sí.
O sea, nada más tienen que agregar 36 jugadores más y ya, güey.
Sí.
Ya decían,
O sea, ya van más de la mitad. Es más, ni siquiera tendrían que agregar, si ya son un Royal de 64, ojalá. Ah, sí es cierto, que Konami ya perdió la puta licencia de la Champions.
Sí, la perdió Konami, entonces supongo que FIFA
No mames, güey.
la tomó.
¿Queréis más monopolio? Dadme más monopolio.
Más monopolio, yo seré el fútbol.
Seré más grande, seré más fútbol que el mismo
Eso no es ser
fútbol.
más fútbol que el fútbol.
That's the UEFA Champions League, the pinnacle of club football, where the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game.
Rip Konami.
And a special
Perdió
thanks
algo
to the
grande.
No,
legendary
o sea,
Hans
de las
Zimmer
pocas cosas que lo
and
mantenían
LA's
con
own
vida
Vince
ya.
Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer.
Konami, you dead,
And I
man.
really love the trailer because it captures our epic
Solo muere,
vision
solo muere.
for how the Champions League
Cuando se
comes
muera,
to
ojalá
life.
es que sí From Software compre
FIFA
Castlevania, güey.
Así bien cabrón. Ahora sí les va a
1000%, estaría ahí 1000%.
The UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game.
Señores, no,
It's where
Castlevania.
football's biggest
Bloodborne 2.
heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash
No,
every
este está más
year.
cabrón que se llama
And
Bloodborne
it's the
2.
place where champions
Castlevania.
rise.
Estaría
Como
más,
subtítulo.
sí, estaría
Sí.
más culero.
Bloodborne 2,
For a
Dracula's
long
Curse.
time, I'm thrilled that it's here.
Perdón,
And that's why
Perdón, es por
we're
el
the Champions League across
el
the
desvío.
La
game.
tangente.
Pero es que esto es FIFA y tiene Champions.
Es que FIFA
Cool.
tiene Champions,
Your
sí.
club will chase this trophy
O sea, va a
in
tener,
career mode.
va a tener un modo
Hunter
torneo
will
y modo
pursue
liga
Champions League
con
glory in
banners de
your
la
story
Champions
mode,
ya, güey,
the
porque
journey,
los equipos los tenía
and
también,
in
güey.
FIFA Ultimate Team, there'll be live and authentic Champions League content. And we'll share more details on that along with all our other Ultimate Team
Ultimate
features
Team, güey.
later this summer.
Esa es
And
la
all that's just
máquina de
the
dinero.
beginning.
El Ultimate
ese
Team.
es como que el descaro más cabrón que hay de los
Gameplay.
boxes, pero a la gente le encanta.
And this year we're giving you the tools to control
Pues
the pitch.
sí,
in
al final del día
every
les
O sea,
encanta.
Pongan
hay gente que
a
me
Ronaldo.
gritonea cuando hago reseñas de FIFA porque me caga el Ultimate Team.
And we
güey,
know-
así como,
Van a
pero son
poner-
loot boxes, güey. A
We've
ustedes no
worked
les
hard
gusta,
to
¿no?
shape
Es que es otra persona la que te está hablando realmente.
input
Ahora va a ser él el de la portada, el
from hands-on
el
tests with
Ronaldo.
beginners
Pues sí, güey, ya
to
Messi está muerto.
¿Qué, sí,
detailed
qué
Sí, es
qué
cierto.
tragedia le va a ir a pasar ahora a
And we're going to be
Ronaldo?
sharing a lot more about gameplay.
No sé.
through
Además de
Pero
ser
no, pero aparte
secuestrado
no
por
ha
los-
sido.
No hay curse, no hay curse en la portada de FIFA. La que tiene curse
Es de la de Madden.
La de Madden es la que tiene curse.
Sí, aparte de la de FIFA ha cambiado mucho después, desde que capturamos a Messi. Había estado cambiando y obviamente no ha regresado porque ya sabemos que
Porque ya sabemos
realmente
que
está muerto y el que está en la cancha ahorita es un cyborg.
Cylon.
And that's our
Es un
FIFA 19
Cylon.
news,
Sí.
headlined by the UEFA Champions League.
Nos
But I
compren
just wanted
nosotros,
to take a minute
nosotros lo liberamos,
to
cumplimos con
pause
nuestra
and
palabra.
reflect.
Fuego es-
Standing next to this trophy is a little bit surreal.
It's
You know,
not that deal.
growing up,
It's not bad that big a
there's
deal.
It's only
iconic
one.
trophies that every young player
Let's go.
dreams
No
of.
vamos allá, es un lugar
For
muy
your
bobo.
club, it's this one. The pursuit of Champions League glory. For
Glory.
your country, it's this trophy. The World Cup.
Ya, parche gratuito, ¿no?
And
Ya
with the
pasó.
tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in FIFA 18.
As you can imagine, all of us on the FIFA team can't wait for the start of the World Cup. And we want to celebrate with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS, PC, and Nintendo Switch.
PS. PlayStation
Nintendo
1.
Switch.
But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to the
PS.
first World Cup victory.
PC.
Or
PC.
you can write your own story with some great nations
PS.
who didn't qualify this year.
P.
Or you can make a
Vita.
crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine.
Bueno, va a estar en todos
Iceland.
lados. Ese es el
Who
punto.
would have thought that a nation of only 350,000 people would ever qualify? And you can feel their excitement.
This doesn't look fake at all.
Todos un montón de robots aplaudiendo.
Pero bueno, de hecho, la última generación, los FIFAs
Apologies
han
to
mejorado
any
mucho el
England fans
público,
in the room,
crearon
I might
que
still
estaba de
stay.
esa manera.
And Lena isn't the only one who's excited. FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration.
Parece que
So
no
I'm
tiene
pleased to
campaña, no han
announce
dicho.
that for a limited time,
No sé si ya
FIFA
acabó
18
la
complete with the
historia de
entire
este
World
güey.
Cup
hacer otra.
experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation 4
tomarse un
and
break.
Xbox One.
Ya,
and
fue,
Y
ya
qué
está.
chido, porque de hecho está
Va a haber free trial.
Yeah, you can
Xbox
download
One,
and play
Play
the
4 y
entire
Origin.
game right now for free.
Ya.
FIFA 18.
Yeah.
Pero es el del año pasado, ¿no?
Supongo.
El que importa es el 19, ¿no?
Tú eres aquí el experto de FIFA.
Según yo es un año adelantado.
We've got some of the world's biggest
Porque
creators
realmente
who are going to be playing live
dura
at
más
the end of
meses
the
el año
show,
que sigue.
representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
Tal vez no era FIFA este año, no sé si el primero era el FIFA 19. Ahí está, güey. Sí, el 19 es el del.
FIFA
Sí.
18 content
Ok.
centered
O
around
sea, puedes
the
probar el
World
que ya
Cup
está afuera.
and will bring you all the details
Que
of
va a ser muy
FIFA
diferente.
19.
Sí,
¿no?
que francamente va a ser.
Let's fucking face it.
Let's
Nada más van a
all
cambiar.
enjoy
Ahora
the
tira
World
los
Cup.
penales de cabeza
Thank
porque.
you, and auf la vista!
Porque se nos ocurrió, güey. Para que lo sientas diferente.
Es un parche, ¿no?
Sí, el de la Copa Mundial es un parche gratuito.
Ok.
Que de hecho me gustó mucho, siento que es lo que dieron hecho desde siempre. O sea, estaba extremadamente mierda que salieran 2 FIFAs en un año. El de la World Cup, la neta de la World Cup estaba pinchón, porque no es la de la World Cup. Pues mejor que salía.
Good morning. EA Sports FIFA 19.
¿No les da la impresión como que está hecho de
20
plástico?
million people from 60 countries.
Yo digo que está construido de maldad. No puedes ver las cejas.
Bringing the Champions League and the World Cup and so much other greatness to FIFA this year. We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today. I want to welcome you to EA Play. It's our third EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years
Alguien preguntó que cómo se ocultan los cuernos.
of streaming plus subscription. As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world. For many people, that's going to mean extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms. For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms. But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere, anytime.
Cloud gaming.
So this week we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourselves. Now it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
Okay.
The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premiere. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premiere will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade.
Madden en la PC.
Madden en la PC, perro. Vaya.
Then FIFA 19, Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come. Second, you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great show.
Pero precio, ¿cuánto va a costar, hombre?
Sí, ¿cuánto va a
Eso es lo que importa. Si está a un precio razonable, vale la pena. Más por el pinche.
Sí, sí. O sea, para la gente que le gusta.
O sea, si cuesta $60, te vas a gastar $60 en el FIFA.
Sí. Sí, de todas maneras.
¿Batman?
No hay Batman.
Noticia. EA compra Warner y lo avisa
Sí.
en un montaje.
Es que aparte ya hay Origin Access. Esto es todavía un extra.
No, el Origin Access lo que hace es que te da juegos como 6 meses después de que salen y te da un catálogo. El Prime lo que te hace
es directamente,
nuevos.
sí.
Así sale
o sea, pero yo creo que es uno sobre el otro, ¿no?
Sí, o sea, este va a estar más caro. Este va a estar más caro.
Hey everybody! What's up? So I'm here, sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn. What's going on, Vince?
Respawn! You remember? It's Ridge Racer!
I love it. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that man on PC, right? Yeah!
Wow,
so,
señor,
you guys may have seen that Vince was tweeting yesterday,
creo que no
and there has been
queda claro
a
que
bunch of speculation.
el público que va a las
just get right
conferencias
to
son
it?
prensa.
Sure.
No, eso es bien Zampella.
No, pero te dijo, sí, ¿verdad? Sí. Alguien atrás. O sea, son gente aburrida porque pues van atrás.
No, hay gente que está en la laptop así. Bloqueando.
Sí. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game's going to be.
Ese güey que está directamente atrás, el de la gorra, se ve incómodo.
Oh, you guys got any guesses? I bet you the internet is going wild right now.
No me bañé, uy.
So the Star Wars
no,
game
ya está creepy cerca.
The Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
You'll be playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
Que va a tener que ver con Jedi.
Well, it takes place during
Star Wars?
the dark
No,
time.
shit.
Bueno,
¿Tiene que ver con Jedi?
generalmente
When the Jedis are
ellos se
being
dedican a hacer
hunted,
juegos de
so
disparos, los de
It's
Respawn.
going to be spectacular.
So for all the hardcore nerds out there who want to know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Sí,
Between 3 and 4.
Okay.
It's
Right
canon.
between
Sí,
3
en la
and
uno,
4. That
en la-
sounds like a
en la
nice
cuatro.
time. Got any other tidbits?
It's not a nice
No, no
It's a
es para
dark
nada.
time.
¿No?
No, le dispara en la mano.
Ya, pero es todo espada ahí.
Todo espada ahí.
Bad time. Does that mean it's gonna
En
just
la-
be
en la
all
cuatro
dark
dispara.
and serious?
It's amazing.
It's amazing, boys.
Amazing.
All right, so I
Amaze
think
balls.
people are now anxiously want to know like what.
Ahí está
when
Ramírez,
we
no,
play the game.
Ramírez, el
It
Kid
will
no está en esa
be
conferencia.
Va a llegar a
holiday
Latina más a
of
jugar al
next
al
year,
FanFest de
2019,
Play.
not this year.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
No.
But now that we know, we can set expectations. We're all going to be amped up.
O sea,
And
no va a haber juego de
hopefully
Star
we'll
Wars.
hear
Yay.
more from you, maybe.
Nada más
maybe
fue lo
next
que
year.
dijo.
Oh, yeah.
Así como,
Dijo, va a estar
va a
verga.
estar chido, hombre.
It was great to
Espérenlo.
see you. Thanks for joining us today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Ah, ok, bueno, van a
Va a haber otra cosa de Star Wars.
Pero del Battlefront 2, sí.
Eso o de un juego de móvil o de Facebook, güey.
Ah, sí, ¿no? Tiene uno que se llama Battle Heroes o algo así, que es de móvil.
My name is Dennis.
Hello there.
I work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars
Acabo de
Battlefront 2.
despertar.
I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so
De
much
hecho, hace
for
un
hanging
cigarro
out
Rafa
with
se
me
hubiera
for a
más
little
cigarro.
bit.
Y se hubiera dejado
So,
abajo.
Yo creo
we
que
don't
sí.
remember
¡Esto hermano perdido!
clearly didn't get it quite right. So
Okay,
instead of
¿qué van a
coming
traer?
out of the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had to take a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game
A ver,
that our
¿cómo?
players really wanted.
Está vanagloriándose.
Está malabareando, let's see.
Overhaul our progression system and add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
Pues ya estaba. Ajá.
thank you.
Sí, sí, esto.
It turned out to be by far the most popular update of the game, and the team loved building Ewok Hunt. So, as you might know, we're currently in our Han Solo season with content from the movie coming next week. It's headlined by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends.
Yo no entiendo por qué puñetas.
We're
luego los
also
juegos de
adding
DICE
a new
salen sin
Starfighter
squad options de
mode
inicio,
focused
güey.
around
Por pendejos.
Es como-
dogfighting with your hero ship.
Dude, what the fuck? ¿Qué lo hicieron
A little bit
antes?
more, we will
Es una
also
tecnología
be
que repiten y
delivering a
repiten.
new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not all. We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Van a agregar contenido de Clone Wars.
It's only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront. So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce the most powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
¿Obi-Wan McGregor?
¿Obi-Wan
Tiene que
McGregor?
ser
A
McGregor.
ver.
Y cuando se ven tienen que decirle hello there.
Hello there. General Kenobi.
Come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
Apparently we like
Home
Anakin
is
now.
extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE are committed to Battlefront.
Ok, bueno, para los que no sepan qué está pasando, banda. Cuando se anunciaron Battlefield 5 hubo un revuelo en los foros de Battlefront de que iban a abandonar el juego y todavía faltaba contenido prometido. Entonces básicamente esto está asegurando, no se preocupen, no vamos a abandonar Battlefront. Eso es básicamente todo esto se trata de eso.
Sí. Está bien.
Porque generalmente no ocupas una parte de una conferencia para hablar de actualizaciones de un juego que ha salido.
Sí.
Esto es nuevo.
Es un trailer muy raro grande.
Ahí está, Jarny.
Unravel 2. Más enredado que nunca. No sé cómo se llama.
Sí.
¡No!
Fate is broken.
No, shit, all is lost.
Estaría vergas que si de repente saliera y estuviera en Yarnam.
So, bro.
Hi, it's really good to see you.
¿Qué tal? Ya soy millonario.
I have money now.
In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people.
Punish Yarny.
In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the start. You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest, you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled.
Ooh.
And it leads you off on an adventure. So welcome to Unravel 2.
Unravel 2.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances. These two little souls who refuse to give up and who build something new and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters.
Ya, o sea, es
You
cooperativo
can play
siempre.
it alone,
Sí.
or you can play it in co-op with a friend.
Ah, no, sí, pues solo.
But there's always two characters
Pues,
there,
siempre
sharing
Es
one
como
yarn
Tale of Two Sons.
and working
Sí.
together
Un
to get
stick
through this
izquierdo controla al
adventure.
este y el stick derecho controla al otro.
This game, it's quite different from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage.
Ese es
So a producer
el
at
primer
Hollywood.
video que vemos de gameplay.
Battlefield tenía gameplay.
Kinda.
Eso está muy
We're going to
estilizado,
try to
¿verdad?
show you a little bit of
O sea,
what I'm
es el
talking
primer
about how you can
demo
play
en
the
vivo.
game
Sí.
in co-op with yourself, essentially.
O sea, lo que hemos demostrado con las horas después de las conferencias es que Battlefield no se demuestra chido.
No, porque aparte van a hacer, yo creo que evento después, como siempre, ¿no? Consola desarrollador y todo. Ay, güey.
Estamos haciendo la Matrix, perro.
¿Y cómo se llama el otro?
So when you're playing it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more fast-paced segments of the game. And we actually
Te
tried
fusionas
to
con él.
include
¡Oh,
bit
no!
more
¡Es una gallina!
because
¡Cuidado!
we figured that since it's a co-op game, we want to make it more like thrill and danger and kind of wow moments. Places that were like fun and exciting.
Tú reseñaste primero, ¿no, Ezequiel?
Sí.
¿Te gustó?
It's okay. O sea, no estuvo
And
fantástico.
then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters. Because that's how we've essentially designed all the problems and puzzles of the game, that you're always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this
No,
bond
lo han
between
enseñado
you
miles
to
de veces.
overcome any obstacle that
Yo
comes
quería, no, yo quería que matara al pavo.
Ah.
Yarny obviamente no va a morir, pero yo quería que matara al pavo.
So I guess I'll jump in at this.
Yeah, come join me. So I'm gonna be the red one.
Okay.
You'll be the blue one.
I'll be blue.
Hemos vencido a la bestia. Bueno, más bien hemos evadido a la bestia.
Hemos engañado a la bestia. No, y ya llegó otra vez.
Es más lista de lo que creíamos.
¿Creíste que me habías engañado,
I'll swing.
¡Ay! ven.
And I'll catch you. There you go. Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead.
La estrella de la conferencia.
Okay, this is the scary part. Let's see if we can do it. Got it?
¿Y por qué están viendo como
Son
fantasmas?
recuerdos lo que luego ve Yarny.
Ok.
Su PTSD, güey.
Sí, de Punish Yarny.
Es el Punish Yarny, sí. También estaba castigado en el primero.
Okay, I'll go up and
Se ve
distract
bien.
the grass.
It's okay.
I'll sneak up here.
¡Hola! ¡Hola, idiota!
Okay, your turn.
Tan solo pudiera brincar como he brincado hasta ahorita.
Keep him up with the left.
Tengo que decir que
Now I'll go.
si se comporta con una pinche gallina. Hey, somos 1900, estoy sorprendido. Gracias por acompañarnos.
El pavo del demonio.
El diablo.
Por cierto, banda, si sienten que se está entrecortando un poquito el gameplay que están viendo ahorita, es la transmisión, no es tanto el juego. Puede ser que el juego tenga bajones de frame, no estoy seguro. Pero la transmisión ha estado choppy desde el inicio. Como que ha estado medio mal. Son problemas de origen, no podemos hacer nada.
Bravo.
Se ve divertido.
Se ve divertido.
I really hope you like it. And
está mejor que Fe.
Before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort on so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
Love you all. Love you all.
Bueno.
Más Punish Yarny.
Más Punish Yarny. Oh, ¿acabamos de hacer algo?
I guess we're connected now.
Ahora bésame.
Creo que vamos a tener niños.
Hacen el nasty ahí.
Sí.
¡Sí, lo hicimos! No, se está incendiando.
You have to fight the moose.
No sé si sea más demandante que el anterior. Así como de controles.
Supongo.
Puede ser.
O sea, el otro no era tan problemático, era como muy automático.
And the brilliant team at Coldwood, the game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today.
Oh,
yep,
salió.
You heard that right.
Hey, wait.
You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
It's out!
¡Oh my god!
Alguien gritó, oh my god, en el fondo. Era muy fan del primero, claramente.
In 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most creative, independent developers and bring them into our EA Originals program. It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage representing his team at Hazelight and The Way Out.
Y no confiábamos en él, no pensábamos que vendiera tantas copias y luego sí vendió un chingo.
Sí, entonces le vamos a dar más dinero. A pesar de que nos pintó dedo en muchos lugares.
That game caught fire. It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And A Way Out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio. So stories like this drive our industry, and it's why we will continue to work with independent developers to help them realize their dreams. Which leads us to our next
Le van a dar un estudio al FOC de Oscars, man.
¿Cuánto hasta Mass Effect Andromeda?
To how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we have ever done. So please welcome Connie Gepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude se llama el juego.
Sea of Solitude.
Ya no va a salir ese güey.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like, our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Está muy nerviosa.
Está muy nerviosa.
No, pues es que es desarrolladora.
No, me parecen los indies, los indies cuando los trepos a escenario de E3 como que ya se ponen extremadamente everything is on the line.
Yo estaría temblando tan cabrón que se me caen los lentes.
Como el cuate que fue de Diablo 3, que le faltaba el aliento.
The very first concept to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing.
Dice que está muy feliz de que ser parte ahora de EA.
Sí,
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept so important and so unique is that nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways, so that players who want to simply enjoy a fantastic experience can do so. But player who wants to look a bit deeper can reveal a whole emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who is suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding out why this happened to her, but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring
extraño,
all
¿no?
those
I want to see the thing
emotions into
then.
balance.
See, I am
Some need to
intrigued.
become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about. Thank you.
Is this real?
Ah, ok.
Venga,
This world that I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and tortures my soul. I'm no child of destiny and no fortune's son. I've just chased you so long now. I'm too
Sabes, es ella también, ¿no?
Vamos a manifestaciones de algo de ella.
A new day is here, but nothing is new. Alone in my room, I tremble.
Early 2019. Inicios del próximo año. Se ve interesante.
Sí. Sí,
we're gonna try again.
Ok, vamos a hacer esto otra vez.
¿Es mucho comercial, ¿no?
We're gonna do basketball.
We're balling. Be ready. Because we're coming at you.
Hay un juego de básquet, creo que de esos de NBA Street o NBA lo que tiene los personajes secretos amarillo a
¿Sí?
para el cubo. El otro día vi un video sobre eso y está cagado porque es una cara.
El town.
Wherever you call home, whatever your fit, or however you ball, you're on my court.
Bueno, he de decir que haya otro juego de básquetbol decente es bueno porque 2K la ha estado cagando muy cabrón con...
No, y aparte era lo único que hacía.
NBA 2K. Entonces, sí, no en el sentido de que los juegos sean malos, sino que estaba haciendo una cantidad horrible de malas microtransacciones y todo es NBA 2K. Entonces, necesita competencia.
Kim's been going after that belt since 2016. At some point, he's going to need to get out of this quarterfinal and claim a major.
It's a big night for young Kiv. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
Tengo que decir que fue un poco decepcionante. ¿Qué este güey de Respawn? Son sus nuevos Star Wars vergas. Chéquenlo. Pues eso estuvo horrible.
Nos vemos año que
eso estuvo terrible.
Eso estuvo malo.
Supongo que entonces van a cerrar con Anthem. Pues bueno, después van a lo de Battlefield, ¿no? Así como el del fan del francés. Bueno, el chiste es que va a llegar a PC, ¿no?
Sí.
Esa es la noticia.
Sí.
Qué feo. Qué fea cosa. Pero bueno, ya está chido el dinero.
No, seguramente. No digo que el bar esté chido, güey.
Okay, baby, how you doing?
I've been good. You still recovering from that butt whooping?
Wow, already starting. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations. That's pretty fire. I like that a lot.
Ah, sí, cierto. Pixel Beat Madden 2019.
Pixel Beat Madden.
¿Ya saben a quién pedirles? A Ice
cierto.
Cat Power, los expertos en Madden.
Hashtag.
Se me había olvidado, banda, pero qué bueno que ustedes están aquí para recordarme.
How has it been, your success and your path, to where you're at today?
It's I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm, so then I picked up Madden. And at first, I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually, I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow. Okay. So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball.
Cringe.
Number 2, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to a tournament. So like,
we're gonna have the Maddens.
I chased that money. I still got my
you're
diploma,
gonna play
but
the
I chased that
Maddens?
money.
There you go. We're out here chasing money.
Now. So
That's
Maddens.
awesome. Okay, now the past 2, you know.
Como siempre, lo que más me interesa.
It's all about the money, son.
Que lo que más me interesa es el comercial de esta
I've had a lot
temporada.
of devastating losses. I've been so close so many
Los
times.
comerciales de Madden
I
están
made the
chidos, creo que
final
lo
on
más
TV
padre
and
que
got
tiene.
blown out
Así es.
by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing.
Y lo llevo a todos lados a donde voy.
On that belt for you.
Me dan free tacos.
Well, today,
Cuando
first
yo
Del
vi
Taco Bell, por supuesto.
mi cinturón de Madden al Taco Bell, me dan free tacos.
Stay right here and talk to you guys forever. Well, I'm not going to board you guys. We're going to go out. I'm going to try to take
You already have.
know, round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Eso no pasa en el juego. O sea, no hay slow-mo.
La vida real no tiene slow-mo. No es una película de Oliver Stone. De hecho, este sí debería tener campaña. Porque el anterior tuvo campaña y supongo que continúa igual.
Supongo.
You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see. See that it was really
fucking pictures
Para llevar el fútbol al fútbol.
But about all the moments that got you here.
Man, el único lugar donde los cafés pueden ganar un pendejo.
Los Browns son grandes, hombre.
¿Sabes qué son los Browns de qué?
Cleveland.
No ganan nada. Nunca.
Would you let the moment define you?
Eso no hubiera pasado. No.
Eso sí.
Or would you define the moment?
Allá no vimos.
Fue interceptado, digo. Estamos simulando la vida real, ¿no?
Ya llevamos 45 minutos de conferencia.
Y nada de Anthem. Y muy poquito gameplay, la verdad, de cualquier cosa.
Sí, muy poquito gameplay de cualquier cosa.
Here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
Super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live winner-take-all head-to-head match. Michael, why don't you tell us the rules?
Juego móvil.
The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Just tap the destination, unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile.
Poca clase.
Sí, no vayas ahí, Adrián.
That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough
bro.
talking about it. Let's
Simulator.
get to it.
Absolutely.
Gandhi
All
in
right,
the future.
ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you could please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
In Control.
Yes.
Yes. There he is.
El mayor campeón, la leyenda.
His opponent, fighting for the red side of the room. A competitive
De hecho,
mobile
creo que
gaming
es
phenomenon.
posible que esto sea
Please
lo más
join me
Misles
in
Locos que vas
welcoming
en
to the
tu E3,
stage
Adrián.
Nick at Night.
El título de Misles Locos se lo gana.
Este es un juego de misiles en específico.
¿Quién diría que iba a ser EA el que lo va a hacer no From Software?
No, me rehúsa que este sea Misles Locos.
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to
the
kick
match. Here we go.
this off. As the players' bases have been deployed and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus. We have a harvester to start things off. Nothing too crazy yet.
Nothing too crazy.
Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to sit a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position that In Control is going from the top side. Also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1.
Te fallo, no sé.
So he's getting there. Here comes GDI with a Rhino. It's going to rip up those infantry.
Yeah, going for the anti-infantry, and like any strategy game, the units
¿Sabes
that
lo
you're
que
going
es?
to use
No es un
when
juego
you
para
deploy
conferencia
them
de
will have a
sí.
huge impact.
Eso es lo que
¿Sabes
es.
lo que es?
Te voy a decir lo que no sé lo que sea, pero te voy a decir lo que no es.
In Control placing the turret on the top right side to help cover that Rhino as attack bikes move towards the northwest position. We can see that the missile is beginning to ready and firing that. That takes out half your base. The most important objective on the map is to hold those controls.
In Control making a lot of progress to that far right side of the match.
He's done a great job of holding that down with the turret, and now he's redeploying his vehicles to the south side, bringing out more infantry to deal with the attack bikes.
Pero no siento que sea material para
es como si le dedicaras 10 minutos de tu conferencia a mostrar Civilization. O sea, está vergas, güey, pero no mames.
Pero no haces eso.
Regresamos en 15 segundos a ver cómo va la Estatua de la Libertad.
De hecho, sí, si presentas Civilization en una conferencia como la PC Gaming, yo la pones al principio. Bueno, aquí Jonah va a estar jugando Civilization. Vamos a regresar periódicamente con él. Pero bueno, vamos con el siguiente anuncio. Jonah, ¿qué nos tienes? Voy en el turno 152. Ya tengo arqueros.
¿Tengo arqueros por fin? Los japoneses me invadieron, pero los pude perder.
Bien, regresamos contigo
después.
después.
Acabo de encontrar el monte Kilimanjaro.
Muy bien, regresamos después.
This missile is very, very close to firing. Let's see what's going to happen.
Dismisle loco.
And that fires.
Fire!
And Nick at Night, one shot away
Para hacer
from being knocked
para hacer un
out
misil
here.
atómico
As the next
nuclear
one will start to
hace
ready
muy
up in
poquito.
just a
Sí.
moment's time. In Control's
I am
ready,
not
the artillery
impressed.
forces do a
Not
great
impressed
job
by
at
the
control
missile.
of the map.
Yep.
By the Misle loco.
And we can see as more of Nick and Knight's forces move up towards that north position, those harvesters, of course, very crucial, very important to protect those. As your economy allows you to get these big late game units, the units are going to come out
O sea,
of
es como el modo ese horrible de
more of
Halo
them on
Wars,
the
güey.
field.
Ah,
But
sí.
In Control, just
Usar
spreading his forces
tarjetitas.
out, trying to hold this advantage that he's had so far.
Nick and Knight is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement from In Control.
Seguramente EA va a ganar millones con él.
Through again those infantry.
Yeah, that's super true.
Estoy seguro que sí.
We're seeing with some flame tanks.
Yeah, bring in the flank. Of course, those flame guys do amazing damage to the
¿Por qué están
infantry,
peleando
help
fuera
to
de la
clean
base?
that out. Meanwhile, two more tanks coming out
creo que el
from
hecho
Nick
nada
and
más es
Knight
que
to try
tienes
and
que
secure
controlar
those
dos de las
positions. Brings
tres
up the
zonas
laser
para
infantry on the
controlar
south side as
misiles.
well. Deal with that tank. Going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing and make the proper response is so important in strategy.
Absolutely. Nick and Knight.
No le dijeron nombre. Les voy a mostrar un juego verga.
Es que parece ser, o sea, por lo que está arriba, parece Command and Conquer. De hecho, bien podría ser como un spin-off de Command and Conquer, porque arriba es Tiberium, lo que están agarrando es Tiberium.
Así como, ¿se acuerdan ese juego de Command and Conquer que iba a ser Bioware?
¡Ahora es esto!
¡Ahora es esto!
¡Ah! Tenemos este IP y no sabemos qué hacer con ella.
We're seeing the first mech.
Es que ahorita que estaba viendo los recolectores, eso es de Command and Conquer. Y unos rojos y unos azules.
Oh my god, someone died already!
Let's see what happens.
We'll have control. The Wolverines, as you pointed out, for In Control coming out to try and deal with these forces. But Nick and Knight's done a great job of getting map presence, and now
Dicen que sí es
also
Command and
harassing
Conquer. Quizás no pusimos atención al inicio.
Wow. Okay, we've got our first mammoth tank on the
Vamos a
board.
juego vergas móvil. Es lo único que escuché, güey.
Get this in position. He's going to do some serious damage.
That missile just past halfway ready. He's also bringing out his first air unit.
Wow.
Wow, qué largo.
A lot going on here.
It's got a lot of range, that big boy, and In Control just needs some.
Le dedicas más tiempo a esto que Pat.
It can be stolen at any point.
Where is it going to go? Is he going to be able
Porque
to
no te
get it
acuerdo
off?
que esto es lo que va a ver la mayoría de la gente.
Gonna take it. Defeating
No lo que
Nick
pasa
and
después de la conferencia.
That was epic. Amazing. What a match.
Amazing!
What a match, bro.
Yo creo que mientras nos estamos burlando dijeron el título.
Perdón. Absolutely.
That was awesome. We saw a little bit of everything right there.
Perfect. Yeah. Let's hear it for Nathanius, Nick and Knight, and In Control. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw was the worldwide reveal of Command and Conquer Rivals.
Ah, no, sí, no habían dicho.
Command and Conquer Rivals.
Rivals reimagined
Fuck you,
real-time
EA.
experience for mobile.
Fuck you,
A mí sí me gustaba Command and Conquer.
Eso mismo que le hicieron a Dungeon Keeper, güey.
Quick, competitive, head-to-head match.
Lo mandaron a morir a móviles, güey.
Que se vayan a la verga, o sea. Para eso tienes tu pinche IP de Command and Conquer.
but I'm excited to announce that
Va a ganar
Android
millones,
players
vas a
can
ver.
play the pre-alpha today. So head to the
Pre-alpha
Google
hoy.
Play Store, search
Pre-alpha hoy.
Unravel. The studio has
Así
been
es,
having an
banda,
absolute
la
blast
sal.
playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
No, que es el trailer de esto.
Hago esto y salen muchos
Sí,
soldados.
trailers de juegos de móviles son de por sí, los trailers CG de juegos así como de $60 triple son como super shady, los de móviles son peores. Sí, vas a experimentar esto. No, no es cierto.
Estoy con
no even remotely true.
Estoy de acuerdo con ustedes. Me duele esto, me duele.
Esto físicamente me está lastimando.
Ese juego que estaban haciendo, ¿qué le pasó? No, no. ¿Vieron? Ahí hubo gameplay.
Con Doris Power.
Command and conquer for a new generation. Now, before we
Command and Conquer para una nueva generación. Todas las palabras son tan dolorosas.
Damn, bro.
I'm blessed to be able to work with some of the most creative people
Ese es Khan,
on
se
the
llama
planet,
Kane, no se llama
who
Khan.
come to
Sí,
work every
sorry.
day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice, is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play, when you play, and what devices you play on. That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. That no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play.
No es el momento, oye.
No es el tipo de discurso que tenían que dar. O sea, es básicamente el pivot que quieren hacer ahorita para
your
la
life into the
pública,
games we
pero no es
make,
el
and that
tipo
for
de discurso
every
que
moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value.
Tienes que
for that
primero
investment.
disculparte de verdad.
Sería como que te están tratando de convencer otra vez de lo mismo.
That we move past
O sea,
the grind,
no dudo que, por ejemplo,
and these are
Battlefield 5 esté menos
experiences
mierda que
that
Battlefield 2.
truly enhance your lives.
No es la forma de decirlo.
No, es que te tienes que disculpar de verdad.
Sí.
O sea, tienes que disculparte.
No, entonces esto es un... Ya aprendimos y vamos a ser mejores ahora. Ya, güey, eso lo vienes diciendo desde hace cuánto, cabrón. Mismo discurso.
There's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for a more inclusive world. A world where representation and equality are not something we strive for, they are the standards. And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday threat. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give. And thank you for your support. Thousands of us at EA and millions of you together doing immeasurable good because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Ok, ya se va a acabar.
Ya se va a acabar.
Anthem.
The gods vanished and left our world in chaos, creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
There's a storm coming. These walls can't protect us forever.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
El destino de BioWare.
A ver si Casey Hudson levanta el dedo.
Ojalá que sí. Pues estará bueno que tuviera una historia interesante y aparte tiene un gameplay así de...
O sea, el gameplay es malo, o sea, el gameplay se ve padre, el exoesqueleto está padre, pero el problema es que tienes que hacer invitante por lo demás, porque el gameplay se acaba muy rápido si no tienes contexto.
Sí, pero ojalá esté bien. Igual hay gameplay.
Todo tiene que estar al pelo. El ciclo de luz, todo ese tipo de cosas tiene que estar muy bien calibrado. O sea, si ha demostrado algo Destiny 2 es que no puedes dar por sentado nada más que tener cajitas de villanos.
Sí, no.
How cool was that trailer? You guys have seen it?
Estuvo bien.
Every time I see it. So I know all of you, like me, have had tons of questions about Anthem since last year because we're all BioWare fans. So we're going to do something a little bit different for the rest of the show, and we're going to take a deep dive into Anthem. So I'm going to bring out some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Casey Hudson, Mark Dara, and Kathleen Rutzard.
Bueno, si alguien puede hacer una historia buena,
Sí, digo, y aparte el señor Casey Hudson es bastante bueno en lo que hace.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for coming out today. It's be very exciting. So Casey, we're going to go ahead and just jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day, but you took a couple years off. But before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans. So it's been super satisfying to come back to it. And, you know, I just want to be able to continue the legacy of the studio. And that's kind of where it started with Anthem, is just thinking about, you know, what is the evolution of a BioWare game? And we wanted to create a brand new world for people to discover, you know, a whole new world of story and character. But we also wanted to do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and living world, a game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on this side, but something new and different, and I think the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make story work in this shared world.
So a great story for BioWare is really about characters that you can have a connection with, choices you get to make, and feeling like the story is about
básicamente lo que están diciendo es que
in a lot of multiplayer games,
planearon el juego primero como historia.
Diluted because you're mixing multiplayer.
No lo veo, porque hubiéramos visto eso desde el inicio, ¿no?
Eso se hubiera enfocado más en eso desde el inicio.
El problema es que el departamento de PR siempre te va a sobreponer el hecho de que le enseñes una pista o una skybox muy vergas a andar mostrando algo distinto.
The world is really dangerous and you're focused on your mission. And this is where other players get to play with you. The thing that's really interesting about this, it's unique for Anthem, is that this is a living shared world. So whether there's weather or it's nighttime, what we're experiencing together. Everyone that's playing Anthem at a moment is seeing the same thing. And this is what we mean when we talk about our world. It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single-player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my action. And this is where your story really lives and breathes. And by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact an agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also designing it so that we can add story for years to come. So one of the first things that we hear when, from our community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they've finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age, players want more story. And so we've designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add more story for years to come. And it could be anything. A new moment with a character that you've grown to love, or an event in the world that deepens the lore, or an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left unfinished by the gods. But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being reshaped in new and unpredictable ways.
Yeah, violent storms, mutant creatures, gigantic monsters. It's a dangerous environment that you need to wear a suit of powered armor, a javelin, to be safe.
Now, something I think a lot of players out there maybe don't stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property, or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players. So like, what is the fantasy fulfillment? What are the new things you actually get to go and do that are different from what you've played before? So that's where we start. And then once we think about those things, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get to build a whole fictional universe that's meant to bring out a certain experience. And then once we do that, then we still need to build all the rest of the stuff. And what unlocks us creatively is to think about like principles around art style, tone, and even the technology and the politics of our new world. And then from there, we can actually go and build out every last detail.
Yeah, and one of the unique challenges for Anthem is that it's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing, whether the storms, seasons, and yeah, it's a really great concept to write for, because what it means is it gives us the opportunity to drop into the world, almost in real time, a dramatic event that changes the world for everyone. And that could be anything from gameplay to lore.
Está en un loop.
I mean, all of the moving parts in the dynamic world.
O sea, está muy padre, innegablemente lo que dicen suena interesante porque...
Pero
Pero siento que es un Dev Diary, eso es de algo.
Es una featurette que tenías que haber puesto como
Sí, no ahorita era hacer...
Ahorita era para volarle los calzones a la gente, güey.
Así es, o sea, está muy padre. No estamos demeritando el trabajo de BioWare en tratar de crear un mundo interesante y meterle una historia mejor a su nuevo Destiny, básicamente.
El comandante Mepad.
Así es, pero no es el momento. Aquí no es el momento para eso.
Y no tiene, parece que no sabe para qué son las conferencias.
We need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally the Storm.
El Mago.
Yeah, so each javelin gives you a different way to play the game. But the thing to remember is, like Kathleen said, you're not your suit. You are a freelancer, a pilot, which means you can decide which suit you want to use based on your mood, based on the mission you want to engage in,
te puedes cambiar el traje.
or the javelins that your
No es
friends
una
are
clase
using.
como tal.
So really what this allows us to do is we've built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world. So they each have their own unique abilities. So let's take a look at the Ranger now. The Ranger is a more generalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part. The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them devastate the battlefield.
I'm just gonna say the Storm looks like it's gonna be my favorite. I'm sure you guys out there are picking your faves right now too. So the javelins look awesome, but we're gonna take a couple questions right now. So Casey tweeted, some of you may have seen, asking for people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is gonna be from Ask It's Tweet. As a player who's all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be available in Anthem?
Yeah, so we really want players to express
You're
themselves,
tearing me
both
apart,
customizing the way they're
You're tearing me apart,
but also being able to personalize the way that it looks, both through paint jobs as well as changing the actual geometry of the suit itself. We want teams to be able to do this as well. And because you're going to be using a javelin for a long period of time, we really want you to be able to make it your own.
I'm glad you brought that up, because actually, Jay Legato has a question connected to customization. Monetization. How,
¿Por qué estamos respondiendo dudas de Twitter?
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetics and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money on it. So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power. So that means
nada de
no ability
puro
to spend money
cosmético.
on gameplay advantage at all.
That's
within
good in
Anthem.
theory.
But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience that feels like
Battle Royale
from the get-go. So that means the main story, a big open world, and an ongoing service that provides new content for a long period of time. New story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked earlier about this being a co-op experience. So can you tell me a little bit about how the team gameplay in Anthem is going to work?
Yeah, it really is about the fun of teaming up as a team of working together. So you want to get a few people together of different classes. So I think here we're going to see the Colossus, just hammering people on the ground in gameplay. If we can have a look at that. So heavy artillery, being really strong, in melee combat. And then here you've got the Ranger shooting down from above, and then they're using combos and special abilities and stuff like that. But what I love is you don't just run around, you're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because the Sleep Tones wants to know how will you
Supongo que están todavía tuneando las
multiplayer
habilidades.
with single-player storytelling?
So Anthem is really built around trying to combine the impact of having your own personal story with the fun of playing with other players. But we really want to make sure that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than if the team of 4 people. And we've really tried to balance the co-op experience to be fun even for people that don't normally engage in this kind of thing. So I really hope that everyone at least gives co-op a try.
Okay, that's good to know. If you want to roll solo, you can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats. How about we show a little gameplay?
Por favor.
Yes,
Yeah?
that would
Guys
be
want that?
nice.
All right, so Kathleen, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So, you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together an acid-based super weapon, so you got to take them out. So you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your forward base of operations. You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Gameplay. Cool.
Freelancer, time to get to work.
Faye said these bastards made some kind of acid and using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
los colosos. Es Frostbite, ¿verdad?
Sí. Creo que no va a haber nada de EA que ya no sea Frostbite. O sea, los únicos que están usando todavía el Source Engine modificado es Titanfall.
Owen, what's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
Volar es padre. En cualquier juego.
Right. Checking out the scar cam some more.
Look at all the weapons! Oh, and the turrets! Better move quickly.
¿Es Whitley?
Sí, suena como Whitley.
Parece que sí.
I'm not a moron!
Pero no nos mató.
A lo mejor le iba a costar mucho tiempo. Trae un escudo.
Sí, saca un escudo y es como una habilidad ¿cómo se llama?
¿El heavy?
Pues de dash, no sé si es el heavy nada más.
There's a
Es como un
shaper.
dash.
Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you? See those radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Sí, que siento que los enemigos no son una amenaza.
No se ve como que les estén ni siquiera disparando a ellos.
No veo estos, voy a sufrir. O sea,
si acaso el grande les gritó.
Siente que es como
mira,
un genocidio.
ese no lo habías visto.
Tormentas.
Pero si no veo la tensión.
Sí, así, como que estás cortando el pasto, güey, nada más.
Bueno, puede ser que todavía no hayan programado toda la inteligencia artificial.
No, man, sí, se ve como muy... Dice que está muy monótono.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here.
That's the gameplay over there.
That's the gameplay over there.
Let's go find it.
Vamos a buscar el gameplay.
There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down. Follow it.
También tiene como esta idea de el gameplay de tiros de Andrómeda. Obviamente mucho más expandido, ¿no?
Pero no mames, en Andrómeda sí te pueden coger, güey. Aquí no,
sí.
Aquí no mames, no veo que te esté costando nada de trabajo. No va a nadie sufrir por nada. A ver si el Metroid pone de su parte.
Anthem.
De decir que alarma beige. Cabrón. Cabrón.
Lástima que no pusieron gameplay de Battlefield.
How cool was that?
Not really that cool, man.
O sea, se ve bien, o sea, se ve bonito más bien el juego, pero nada más.
Just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
Sí, va a haber prueba en vivo.
Question on everyone's minds. When do we get to play?
So Anthem comes out February 22nd, 2019 on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
22 de febrero.
Calendars, everybody. Fire off your tweets. Thank you so much again to Casey and the entire Firework team. I know you guys had that awesome theater outside, so I will see you guys there. Give it up for Casey Anthem, everybody.
Seguro. Bueno, ojalá estuviera pues.
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today and everybody working hard at their studios back home around the world. Let's give them all a round of applause. Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now. Now, for those
Muchas cosas en febrero ahora.
You can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today. And Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is also available today. Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, that's a lot of available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside into the fan fest. I get it. So, I want to let you guys know to keep your streams going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to begin. I'm going to head outside and check out the games, but I want to thank everybody for coming down to EA Play today and watching the press conference, and have a great weekend.
¿No va a haber partida de una hora de Battlefield?
¿No va a estar Snoop Dogg?
¿Va a haber nada más FIFA?
Oh God. Eso es raro. Bueno, pues ahí estuvo, banda. Eso fue EA Play, la conferencia de EA en el E3 2018. Alarma beige.
Cabrón.
Es que hubo partes.
No hubo nada, ¿no?
O sea, creo que lo mejor fue SOS.
Sí.
SOS.
Sí, y bueno, Unravel que ya está disponible.
Sí, Unravel ya está disponible, fue una sorpresa agradable. SOS se ve padre. Ya, el resto no,
como que EA no supo qué hacer con las mejores cosas que tiene. O sea, era para que sacaras la casa por la ventana por Battlefield 5, güey.
Cambia la cámara general.
Déjame mutear esto por si empieza algo acá.
Pues sí. Vamos a hacer un video, como siempre.
Sí, vamos a hacer un video, banda, con análisis de postconferencia. De hecho, ahorita yo creo que vamos a terminar. Vamos a hacer todo lo posible por subir estas reacciones en vivo también a nuestro canal de YouTube, por si alguien se las perdió, banda, por si alguien llegó tarde. Deberían estar disponibles en una versión un poquito con mejor calidad. Ahí en YouTube, en el transcurso de la semana, vamos a estar subiendo lo de todas las conferencias. Va a estar pesado, banda, pero sí se va a hacer el intento. Además de un análisis post-conferencia donde ya va a estar más masticada la cosa. Que de hecho vamos a dejarlos ahorita con poquita música, banda, y regresamos ahorita que serán unos 10 minutitos para hacer el análisis ya post-conferencia. Por si quieren quedarse para eso. Si no, nos vemos hasta mañana, banda, para la conferencia de Microsoft. ¿A qué horas?
A las 3 de la tarde.
3 de la tarde,
hora
de
del
México.
centro de México. Si no, hay un video en YouTube, en nuestro canal, donde tenemos el horario de todas.
Sí. Sí, entonces, pues sí, banda, ya se acabó ya. Estuvo, la verdad, bastante Entonces, ahorita los dejamos con un poquito de música, banda. Que de hecho, pronto les libero ya el link de la playlist. Ya ven que hacemos tradicionalmente una playlist del D3. Ahorita está privada, pero la hago pública pronto y les paso el link. Si no, también por Twitter. Y pues muchas gracias a toda la gente que vino a ver la conferencia ahí con nosotros. Si no se quieren quedar al análisis de postconferencia porque no pueden, porque pues es sábado y tienen otras cosas que hacer, no hay ningún problema, banda. Pero para la gente que se quiera quedar, vamos a discutir un ratillo sobre lo que vimos ahorita sobre EA, así que se va a poner bueno. Entonces, pues sí, regresamos en unos 10 minutitos, los dejamos con un poquito de música. No se vayan, quédense aquí, vayan por la botana y regresamos para análisis de conferencia de EA, banda. Volvemos.